wondering why my shorts are two different lengths, it's because these used to be pants and I cut them myself. Did you guys miss me? No, I know you didn't. It's okay. So, today I was thinking you guys should see how much of a chef I am in the kitchen. I am a, how do you say, gourmet pastry chef. And so today that's what we're gonna show you. I'm gonna share another one of my talents with you, which is cooking. And I'm really excited for it because I don't share this with a lot of people. Like, this is something I keep to myself. No one really knows how good of a cook I am. And so today I'm gonna bring out one of my best recipes, one of the ones that I'm most proud of, something that took hours and hours upon hours, trial and error. I'm gonna show you my best recipe. So welcome. All right. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, all of the ingredients. So in honor of fall and in honor of the seasons changing, it's not officially fall yet, but it's September, which means that it is fall. I've decided to bring to you one of my best recipes, the cookies that truly changed the world. Here they are, little cuties. I love them. So, this is what we're gonna be doing today, cooking my gourmet meal. I know you're probably thinking, Alexis, it's in a box. No, no, no. These take care, they take effort, they take skill, and they take precision. And that is what I'm bringing to the table today, all of those things. If I were ever to go on Beat Bobby Flay, the TV show, this would be the recipe I'd make. I finished the first round, you know, where it's like two chefs against each other. I finished that round, cooking up something amazing. And then in the next round, I'd be standing face to face with Bobby Flay. And he'd be like, what is your signature dish? And I would go in my back pocket, because these would be in my back pocket. I'd pull these out, I'd be like, and he'd be like, no. And I'd be like, yes. And then he would just proceed to disintegrate because he'd realize no one can make these as good as Alexis. And I obviously am going to lose. So that's what would happen. And I'm gonna bring you along today for the journey of me making these cookies. It's gonna get a little spooky today, a little spooky. First step, always wash your hands. I have the whole recipe memorized, but you know, we should probably look at the ingredients just to make sure we're doing everything how it should be done. So, first step is, 1 second. All right, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. I couldn't see anything. So first step is, let's see. We preheat the oven to 350 degrees. 325 for a non-stick cookie sheet, which, because I'm a chef, I do have. So that's what we're gonna do. 325 on the oven. One moment, please. Step one is done. We're gonna wait for that to preheat. We don't want these cookies to get all soft and weird while they're just sitting on the cookie sheet. So we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait until the oven is done preheating. While we're waiting for the oven to preheat, there's something that I have been wanting to talk to you guys about for a little while now, and it's been not weighing on my heart, but it's just something that I want to share with the world, with my almost 90 subscribers. So the other day, I went to one of my favorite places. I was sitting in the drive-thru and I was listening to Giveon, who is my new favorite person. I was listening to him. I think specifically I was listening to Favorite Mistake. That's a really good song. I was listening to that song. And then I look, you know, I'm like looking in the rearview mirror. I look at myself, I catch a glimpse of myself. These lyrics are like going through my head, I'm feeling them in my bones, and then I catch a glimpse of myself and I'm like, I kind of like myself. That was the thought that went through my head. Because see, Giveon was talking about falling in love, and I was just sitting there like, gosh, like I can't wait to fall in love, can't wait for someone to fall in love with me. But then I was sitting there and I was like, I'm in love with myself. Now, let me wind it back. It wasn't a like conceited, like I'm obsessed with myself sort of falling in love. It was a thing where it was like my whole life I've had points in my life where I'm like, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not tall enough, I'm not cool enough. Like there's been so many parts in my life where I have not had confidence. And I think that a lot of that came from just, you know, growing up in society where beauty standards are not necessarily the way that everyone looks. Standard of beauty, first of all, it changes all of the time. And second of all, it's something where I never felt like I was the cover girl. You know what I mean? I never felt like I was the one on the front of the magazine. I've never hated the way that I look. It's just something where I don't think I've ever truly loved the way that I look, and not even the way that I look, the way that I am, the person that I am. I also think that some of that insecurity and low self-confidence came from dance, because I was a dancer from age 4 to age, well, I did it until I still dance, and I'm still a dancer, but competitive, like studio dancing. I went to the same dance studio from age 4 to age 17. And that was my whole life. I'd be there constantly. And then in high school, I was on the dance team. And when you're a dancer, you're standing in front of a mirror for 8 hours a day. And not only are you standing in front of a mirror, but you're standing in front of a mirror constantly comparing yourself to the person next to you because she is more flexible than you are, or she can do more turns than you can do, or she is just looks better in her leotard than you look in your leotard. And it comes down to a thing where you're looking at yourself for so long and you're judging yourself because you want to be the best dancer in the room. You want to impress your teachers and coaches as much as you possibly can. So I think that a little bit of that came from just constantly picking myself apart and not looking at the good parts of myself, not thinking oh, I am a good dancer, always thinking, what can I be better at? So I feel like a little bit of that came from dance as well. But dance is my #1 true love, and I wouldn't exchange those years in front of a mirror for the world. So anyways, I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? It's okay to fall in love with yourself. That is perfectly okay. You are allowed to fall in love with yourself. And the other day I was telling my sister about this, and she was like, you know, I feel like the term conceited, which it does have a lot of negative parts about it, but she was like, I feel like that word has been made, she was joking obviously, but she was like, I feel like that word has been made just to bring women down and make women feel like they can't be confident in themselves. And I was like, I agree. So that is basically what I'm coming here to tell you, is that it's okay to fall in love with yourself. It's okay to turn on a love song and then look at yourself in the mirror and be like, feel those feelings about yourself. Feel those feelings that you would feel about someone else to yourself. Treat yourself how you would treat the person that you're in love with. I feel like that's perfectly okay to do. I don't see the problem with that. And I just feel like every single person, there are so many amazing things about you. There are so many parts of you that someone else might not ever know. Your soulmate, your person that's out there that you're looking for, that you already might have, they might realize these things about you, but you are the person that has to live with you for the rest of your life. So what's the problem with falling in love with yourself? Anyways, long story short, I fell in love with myself, and I was really proud of myself for it, because it's taken me a while to get here, a long time to get here, and I'm just glad that I finally am. So anywho's, back to our regularly scheduled programming. We're gonna finish making this gourmet pastry that we are on the route to make, but the oven is still preheating. Also, just because I say I've fallen in love with myself doesn't mean that I'm not still a hopeless romantic. I am still looking for a Prince Charming, but it's just more of a I love myself. The oven's ready. But anyways, I'm still saying, I'm still, you know, I am more of a hopeless romantic than anyone else that I know. I'm just saying that I'm gonna have 2 loves. Fall in love with yourself before you fall in love with someone else. Because when you fall in love with yourself is when you will truly be able to love that other person. So, good luck, tell me when you do, all right? So now that the oven is heated to the perfect amount of degrees, we're gonna put them in the oven. Here's when we get down to the nitty gritty of it all. The nitty gritty. All right, ding dong. Let me get my dinner napkin all figured out. We have our oh my gosh, it's so weird looking. Anyways, we have a non-stick cookie sheet here. For now, we're gonna get out the ingredients so that I can formulate them how they should be, and thus be Bobby Flay. Here they are. Let me teach y'all how to do this exactly. First, you open the box. You open the box, you see this. You see, oh, are those the ingredients? Yes, they are. You pull them out and oh my God. Oh my God, okay, so you see these. I am overjoyed right now. Oh my God, they're so cute. I'm having a moment. I'm really having a moment with these cookies, and I think you guys are just gonna have to give us a second because it's been a while. It's been a while. They're just looking so good. Okay, anyways, focus. So we have our ingredients here. Cute little marshmallowy, sweet tasting, sugary goodness. What we're gonna do is open these up and let me bring you all down so you can see what's going on down here. We're gonna put the ingredients down on our cookie sheet, our non-stick cookie sheet. One important thing to remember when putting these cookies down is do not change the shape. The shape is the most important part of the cookie. Don't change the shape, and don't you dare warp that image of the ghost. How else will we be spooky? All right. If you guys would like to see the before, here it is. Oh, there they are. Look at those cutie cutes. All right, this is the before. That one is missing a little bit of eyeshadow. That's okay. This is the before, and get ready for the after. We're gonna put these up in the oven for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna check on them, see if they're all crispy brown, delicious, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. If not, we're gonna leave them in for a couple more minutes, but I'll see you guys in 10. We wanna set a timer for 10 minutes. A 10-minute timer. We're back. And see how our little beauties are doing. Come with me. All right, we're gonna check on this. And turn the oven light on. They're looking good. Let me just open the oven. They're looking, you know what? They're looking good and they're smelling better. Ooh, they're just so, so thick. They're looking so big. All right, so I'm gonna give them like 2 more minutes. I like a little bit of a brown on the bottom. Obviously I can't see the bottom right now, but as a pro chef, I like to give it just 2 more minutes, you know? Let them get a little crispy on the outside. We checked on the cookies. We're gonna give them those more minutes. I don't know why I didn't just do that in the first place rather than taking my whole entire phone out. So, I hope you guys like my shirt. It is a paper towel. It is a paper towel that I just tied around. And I made it into a little shirt. Because it's actually 125 degrees outside today, ladies and gents. It's so warm outside. But it's still fall in my mind, so that's why we're doing this. So I got my paper towel tied around, and I got my cookies in the oven. They're done. So we're gonna take them out. Let me get my oven mitts, because one time in college, I was making these cookies, you know, as I do. And I was just about to go to a meeting, and then I burned myself. I touched the thing, I burned myself, I dropped them all in the oven, and my roommates thought it was the most hilarious thing that had ever happened. And then I was then gone from the apartment, and they sent me a video of them laughing because they thought it was so funny that I had dropped the cookies all over the oven. They just stayed in the oven, but you know what I did? I opened it, I dropped them, but then I decided to eat them with a spoon because that's how hungry I was. Anyways, here we go. They are looking good. Let me show you. Oh, look at them. We're gonna taste test these, but we're gonna let them cool down a little bit first. Okay, this is the part you all have been waiting for. The best part of the video, the grand finale. I'm gonna taste one. Here he is, looking his absolute best. I just wanna Having another moment. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, and that bottom, you see that nice brown on there? You see the top, that nice, delicious. All right, here we go. Delicious! There's something about these cookies. Now, I will say, no one makes cookies better than my mom. And I know she's watching this, and no one makes them better than her, but we got a little bit of sugar. Got a little bit of butter. That easiest little bit of food coloring in there gives it a little kick. We got that. It's so crunchy on the outside, so soft on the inside. I can't, words are not enough to describe these. I'm just kidding. Thank you again for coming to another one of my videos. I hope that I educated you. I hope I taught you how to be a gourmet pastry chef. I hope I taught you a little bit about falling in love with yourself. I hope you're ready for fall. I hope that you are surviving the heat because it is 7,000 degrees outside today. But more than anything, I love you. And thank you for coming to yet another video, yet another chaotic combination of clips. I really appreciate it and I love you. All right, bye.